ਸੀਨੀਅਰ ਵਕੀਲ H.S ਫੂਲਕਾ ਨੇ 1984 ਦੇ ਸਿੱਖ ਕਤਲੇਆਮ ਦੇ ਪੀੜਤਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇਨਸਾਫ ਦਿਵਾਉਣ ਲਈ ਸੁਪਰੀਮ ਕੋਰਟ ਨੂੰ ਮਾਫੀ ਮੰਗਣ ਦੀ ਮੰਗ ਕੀਤੀ। ਉਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਸਿੱਖ ਕਤਲੇਆਮ ਦੀ ਜਾਂਚ ਲਈ ਕਈ ਕਮਿਸ਼ਨ ਬਣੇ ਹਨ। ਪੀੜਤ ਅਜੇ ਵੀ ਇਨਸਾਫ ਦੀ ਉਡੀਕ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ। 31 ਅਕਤੂਬਰ 1984 ਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰਧਾਨ ਮੰਤਰੀ ਇੰਦਰਾ ਗਾਂਧੀ ਦੀ ਹੱਤਿਆ ਮਗਰੋਂ ਦਿੱਲੀ ਵਿੱਚ 3000 ਤੋਂ ਵੱਧ ਸਿੱਖ ਮਾਰੇ ਗਏ ਸਨ। ਦਿੱਲੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਪੀੜਤਾਂ ਅਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਕੀਲਾਂ ਦੀ 40 ਸਾਲ ਦੀ ਯਾਤਰਾ ਨੂੰ ਦਰਸਾਉਂਦੀ ਇੱਕ ਸ਼ਕਤੀਸ਼ਾਲੀ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਸੀਰੀਜ਼ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕੀਤੀ ਗਈ ਹੈ। ਇਹ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਸੀਰੀਜ਼ ਉਸ ਹਸਰਤਮੰਦ ਯਾਤਰਾ ਦੀ ਕਹਾਣੀ ਦੱਸਦੀ ਹੈ ਜਿਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ H.S ਫੂਲਕਾ ਅਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਟੀਮ ਪੀੜਤਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ 1984 ਤੋਂ ਨਿਆਂ ਲਈ ਲੜਦੇ ਰਹੇ। ਵੀਡੀਓ ਸੀਰੀਜ਼ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੁੱਲ 20 ਐਪੀਸੋਡ ਨਜ਼ਰ ਆ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ, ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ 12 ਐਪੀਸੋਡ ਲਾਂਚ ਕੀਤੇ ਗਏ ਅਤੇ ਨਵੰਬਰ 9, 2024 ਨੂੰ ਚੰਡੀਗੜ੍ਹ ਵਿੱਚ ਪ੍ਰਦਰਸ਼ਿਤ ਕੀਤੇ ਜਾਣਗੇ। ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਇਲਾਵਾ 20 ਹੋਰ ਐਪੀਸੋਡ ਵੀ ਬਾਅਦ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਾਰੀ ਕੀਤੇ ਜਾਣਗੇ।
2024 marks the 40th anniversary of the 1984 anti-Sikh pogrom. For this occasion, it is my honor to collaborate on a video series with senior advocate H.S Phoolka. One of the most horrifying things about the 1984 anti-Sikh pogrom is the sheer scale of the violence. How did the violence become this one-sided, sir?
The Sikhs were killed by betrayal. This was a pattern which was being followed, that first you burn the Gurdwara so that they don't have a place to get together. Wherever there was a report that the Sikhs have gathered to defend themselves, the police reached there in large numbers. By nature, they are known as a martial race. They could have defended themselves and their families. This Harwan Singh, he is himself an inspector. He was on that day in the police station, control room in Yamunanagar police station. And whichever call was coming, that here the Sikhs are being killed, he was not recording. Whichever call was coming that the Sikhs are defending themselves, he used to record and immediately send a message to her authority, and her authority message used to come, go and send the police.
How did the violence against Sikhs begin? Who was the first Sikh who was attacked?
The first Sikh who was attacked in Delhi was none other than the President of India. That time the President of India was a Sikh, H.S Singh. The police, there were large number of police force over there, large number of police force. Nobody even tried to stop those gundas from attacking the President of India. The head of the state is attacked. There is not even a FIR of this. Many concerned people, they got worried the way the things are moving. On 1st November morning, Shanti Bhushan goes and meets Narasimha Rao. He told Narasimha Rao, I have seen the violence is happening on the roads, you call the army. He called somebody and he tried to convince the other person to call the army. And he said, I could see, he didn't succeed. He said, I realized that this Home Minister has no power. Now, when the unit reached the cantonment area, they were asked to confine to barracks and their arms were taken away. The government says, we didn't have enough army. But this unit which was available, they were asked to confine to barracks and they were disarmed, their arms were taken. When we filed it in the Mishra Commission, I said, we want to examine Major Sandhu, we want to examine this General Jambal and Major General Jambal, GOC of Delhi, and we have to examine the army chief. Who could have taken these orders that this particular unit is to be confined to barracks? When we said so, the government was shaken because this showed the involvement of the Prime Minister Office directly.
One of the worst and largest massacres happened in Block 32, Trilokpuri. Could you tell us a bit, sir, about how this massacre happened?
In Trilokpuri, this is mentioned in the Nanavati Commission. In these two streets, 406 were killed. In these two streets. On first morning, the mob came and they attacked. The mob was led by the local Congress councillor. The Sikhs gathered at the Gurdwara. Mob could not dare even come close to them. Then the police came here. The police asked the Sikhs, you go back to your houses, we are here to protect you. When the Sikhs refused to go, this is the affidavit of Ajit Singh who says, the police threatened the Sikhs that we will shoot you if you do not go in. And they asked them to surrender their swords because seeing your swords, the mob is getting agitated. So they took away the swords of the Sikhs. They sent the Sikhs to their houses, and after that they indicated the mob to go and kill the Sikhs. One particular person, Kishori Lal, he was a butcher, he had a meat shop, and with that butcher knife he killed at least 40-50 Sikhs. जैसे बकरा काटते हैं, the same way he was slaughtering the Sikhs.
हमारे खानदान में मेरे घर के 10 जने गए, वो हाथ जोड़ रहे हैं, मत मारो मत मारो, उनकी माँ रो रही है, चिल्ला रही है, बेटा मेरा एक ही बेटा बचा है, मत मारो, उसको भी मारा धक्का, पर जाके गिरी उसकी माँ, उसको जिंदे को जला दिया उसके सामने ही। ऐसे उनकी चर्बी पिघली पड़ी, हम उनके पैर लाशों के ऊपर पैर रख रख के आए। एक लेडीज थी बेबी कौर नाम, उसकी ऐसी हालत करी उन्होंने, तो भगवान पूरा हमारे सामने अलफ नंगा करके ले गए।
जब ये टॉर्च मार मार के देख रहे थे जनानी में, हम तो मट्टियां लगा रहे थे मुंह पे कि ये हमारा बचा हो जाए। जो एक तरफ पति मर रहा है, दूसरी तरफ पति की जनानी के ऐसे काम कर रहे हैं, वो पति क्या लेके गया हमारा।
हमें तो सपने में भी नहीं सोचा था कि ये हमारे साथ ऐसा करेंगे। फिर आदमी को ना यहाँ से पकड़ा, उन्होंने पगड़ी उतार दी, यहाँ से पकड़ के ना वहां से ऐसे खींचा तो नीचे गिर गया, वहां से ऊपर से गिरा दिया नीचे। तो मैं चीखे मारने लगी, रोने लगी मैं। फिर उसको ना घसीटते घसीटते बालों में से बाहर ले गए, उसके ऊपर टायर डाल दिया जला हुआ। मेरी सास के 2 बेटे थे, दोनों मर गए। रात होने लग गई तो आदमी आ गए, गंदे गंदे आदमी आ गए, इतने लड़के आ गए, चिल्ला गाँव था पीछे साथ में, लड़कियों को उठा उठा के लेके जा रहे घर में गलत काम करके, और ऐसे अंदर से निकाल रहे जैसे बच्चा पैदा होता है ना वहाँ के पेट में। ऐसे
ना हमारे को 84 भूलेगी और ना हमारी जिंदगी बनेगी। हमारा सब कुछ खत्म हो गया। एक बारी बंदा उजड़ जाता है तो सेट नहीं हो पाता।
In 1984, on 1st November, this Gurdwara was attacked. This Rakabganj Sahib Gurdwara was attacked by the mob. See the location of this Gurdwara. This is right opposite Parliament House. This is the wall of the Parliament House. This is the area, highly protected area. The mob attacked this Gurdwara for almost the whole day. 2 Sikhs, one old man, he came with the folded hands to request them that this is the Gurdwara of Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib. Why are you setting this Gurdwara on fire? And on over here at this spot, the mob caught hold of him and had badly beaten him and set him on fire. The son came running to save his father. They caught hold of both father and son and set them on fire over here. Kamal Nath was present here. In the presence of Kamal Nath, the body of those 2 father and son, half-burnt bodies survived, but no steps were taken to take them to hospital.
हमारे स्टाफ के आदमी जो गुरुद्वारे से आ रहे थे उनको भी आग लगा दी थी रास्ते में। वो संजय सूरी जी उनके गवाह हैं।
आप वहाँ दिखा सकते हो यहाँ पे निशान, गोलियों के
जो गोलियों के निशान मैं आपको दिखा सकता हूँ।
उधर से वो गोली चला रहे थे, गोलियां सीधी जहाँ लगी, ये गोली का निशान है। हाँ, ये गोली का निशान है। एंड these are all the names with the detail. You carry on like this. This whole wall is of the names of the Sikhs who are killed in 3 days in Delhi. And can you imagine this is happening in Delhi, in the capital of largest democracy of the world. 1 Sikh was killed every minute in these 3 days. Look at it, it's difficult even to read these names, but they killed all of them.
Despite the widespread horror of that time, there are also several reports of ordinary non-Sikh and Hindu residents and neighbors doing their best to save innocent Sikhs from marauding mobs.
One very prominent case is of Ramvilas Paswan. There was an old Sikh gentleman. They were beating him. He somehow ran and managed to enter inside Ramvilas Paswan's house. They broke the gate and they set the house on fire. The Paswan says that to save our lives, we had to run from servant quarters. We ran, jumped out the backside wall to go across. But that old gentleman, he could not run. While he was coming to jump, the mob caught hold of him, that they were already there. and they set his house on fire, and in the burning fire, they threw that Sikh inside there. There is the case of Madhodari Devi. Now, Madhodari Devi's husband, Hari Singh, was head constable in the police. He insisted and that he will protect his Sikh neighbors. The mob ultimately beaten him up, very badly beat him up. Some neighbors came, his younger brother Durga Prasad also came, tried to save him. They even had beaten up him badly. Madhodari Devi says we tried to take Hari Singh to hospital. The mob stopped them, didn't allow him to take. The head constable of police, the mob didn't allow to take him to the hospital.
Ranganath Mishra was a sitting Supreme Court judge who led the first Judicial Inquiry Commission into the 1984 anti-Sikh pogrom. Yet, despite this inquiry, very little was done to bring to justice those accused of perpetrating the violence. Why did this happen, sir?
The Ranganath Mishra Commission ultimately was a total disappointment. Mishra Commission has mentioned in its report that out of 2,905 affidavits which are filed, the affidavits in support of the victims are only 639. During the end of the proceeding, we had asked him to examine the commanding officer of 15 Sikhalai and the unit which were confined to barracks, the unit which were disarmed. He said, I have already examined them. So we said, we had filed application that we want to be part of their examination. He said, no, I have already examined them, there is no need. I said, give us the statements. He said, no need of it, you are not entitled for it. Then we said the other record which is there before the commission, he said, you are not entitled to it. So when the CJC meeting held, Justice Sikri, Justice Tarkunde and Soli Sarabji, they say if he is not giving us any document, then what are we doing in the proceedings? Because the people have faith that such a powerful body of civil society is representing the victims. So at least they will see to it that no injustice is done to the victims. So what are we doing over here? So the Sitting Justice Committee decided to withdraw. He said, okay, you sit down. Now, Sitting Justice Committee is not participating. I want you to participate in it. So I say, I am representing the Sitting Justice Committee. For 1.5 hours, he was trying to convince me that I should participate. When you see, a judge of Supreme Court is putting pressure and trying to convince a lawyer with 4 years of standing. And he said, I will see to it you are suitably rewarded.
In the morning of first and thereafter the next couple of days was not sporadic, it was incited and mostly organized. Apparently the Sikh Gurdwara Committee voter list was with the organizers. One day I was just walking down from the High Court. I ran into a prominent lawyer and then he took me aside and said, "Arey, Ravinder, तेरे को क्या हो गया? वो सरदारों के साथ उनका केस क्यों कर रहे हो? तुम अकेले मोना हो, मोना मीन्स हिंदू, तुम अकेले मोना हो उनके साथ क्या कर रहे हो? उसको छोड़ दो, मैं तो तुमको." He was hinting that you leave that, I'll set you up properly. I believe that it is important for the state to take the swiftest possible action when any such incident takes place, and that's where we have to strengthen the impartiality of our bureaucracy, impartiality of our paramilitary and police forces. When we look at the rule of law translates to something very simple, that if you are attacked or if someone robs you, state is there for you and brings to book the perpetrator.